everybody. Let me make sure y'all can hear me.
Hello.
Okay, you can. Howdy. I hope everybody is having a fabulous Monday. We are going to play as some Phasmophobia. I know the plan was to play our first episode of Life is Strange, but due to us being on a Monday, being late, and me still being a little sick, I didn't think it was good for us to do that game, especially because I did read that the episodes tend to take about 3 hours long on average, and unfortunately I do not have time for 3 hours before work, but we will on Saturday. And we do normally do it on Saturday anyways, so it's perfect for us to just instead do it back on Saturday as it should be. But how is everybody doing today? We're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to go with random and hope for the best. I feel like it's going to give us a gigantic map to start us off, but we're going to cross our fingers. Okay, Grafton Farmhouse, that's not too bad. We like the Grafton Farmhouse. A long abandoned farmhouse in the middle of nowhere. Who knows what dangers still lurk within. I'm pretty sure that's what it said. I only saw it for about half a second, so who actually knows what it said in the first place? Yeah, we don't care about why the ghost was summoned here. How do you say that? Katiana? Katina? Maybe it's Katina. Katiana. I have no idea. I've never seen that name before. But we have Katiana wants. We need to capture a photo of the ghost, prevent the ghost from hunting with a crucifix, and detect the ghost presence with a motion sensor. We can do that. Also, random side note, I don't really care if this eye gets covered up at all, so we're going to ignore that because I actually can't see out of that eye right now. I think I have like pink eye or something. I have no idea, but that eye's pretty much blind right now, so. Pegalexter says, "Hi, Kala." Hello, Pegalexter. How are you doing today? I hope you are having a fabulous Monday. I'm so used to streaming on Wednesday, Saturday, even though today's a makeup day, so I keep feeling like, I don't know, like I need to say, like, I hope you're having a great Wednesday, even though it's not Wednesday. That's going to mess with me all week. I'm going to be thinking that Wednesday is Friday. It's going to be feeling like a long week just because I did things on different days than normal. Becca Lexter says, "Aren't all Mondays fabulous?" Of course. Hey, I found the bone. We love Mondays. Who doesn't love a nice old Monday? Mondays is like, you know, it's canonically everyone's favorite day of the week, right? That's totally what it is. Not at all that people hate Mondays. I swear I heard something, but I might have made it up. We're fine. We'll go check somewhere else. Let me snooze our first round of ads, because I hate having ads at the beginning of a stream. I always think that's a weird concept for it, but that's fine. We're getting about 15 degrees in every room I check. Oh, except for, okay, this room just wanted to prove me wrong and be a degree higher. That's fine. So the reason why we didn't have stream on Saturday. Okay. The reason why we didn't end up having a stream on Saturday was because I was out of town. I was at a writer's retreat. If you guys don't know what that is, it is different per each, like, retreat. But a writer's retreat is people who like to write, like, novels, that kind of a thing. It's when a bunch of them, oh, it's colder in here, get together, maybe, like, go to, like, a cabin or an Airbnb, that kind of a thing. And everyone just works on their own, like, whatever they're currently working on.
Hi, Kyle. Thank you for the resub.
Kyle just subscribed for 22 months.
Wow, 22 months? You're, like, getting close to 2 years. Welcome, Kyle. Happy Monday. I'm pretty sure this is the ghost room, but let's still double check. But anyways, the retreat is just, like, it really is, like, kind of just body doubling. It gives everybody a way to be away from home, to get, like, a bunch of dedicated work done, but around a bunch of people working on similar things. So then, like, it kind of inspires you to be more focused and, I don't know, work harder, I guess. Anyways, it's pretty enjoyable, but I got very little sleep the entire time I was there.
the sleeping scenarios were not the best. So I was like, when I got home yesterday, I was exhausted. Very, very tired. But it was a lot of fun. I'm going to go ahead and say that this is the ghost room. I don't think maybe it includes the stairs. But it doesn't include, like, this room. So we'll just go ahead and leave our things right here. Maybe not on the rug, just because sometimes it's hard to tell on the rug. Yeah, we'll turn that light off, but we'll leave this, like, entry light on. I think that's a good call. Kyle says, Happy Monday! Happy Monday to you too. I hope it is going, as I said to Peg Alexa earlier, fabulously. I hope it is fabulous. Are you doing anything fun for this Monday? Are you working today? I think, you know, like, obviously the typical schedule is, like, Monday through Friday with weekends off, but everyone's work schedule is a little bit different. Do you work Mondays? Happy Monday. Oh, yeah, and yesterday was Father's Day. I don't think I opened that door. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I think I saw my breath. Yeah, I'll go check the temperature again. Maybe it's cold enough. It's nowhere near freezing. That's new. We're gonna, okay. Airball event. I will say it's been a bit since I played Phasmophobia, and I did play Demonologist in between now and the last time we played Phasmophobia, so some of the different things I feel like are weirdly foreign to me, even though I know this game way better than I know Demonologist. Okay, let's switch to our other camera. Those little things on the floor are not, like, the ghost orbs. Those are my different things I dropped, like my temperature gauge and stuff like that. So the technology just looks a little weird, that's why. But I'm not seeing any ghost orbs this direction. I'll move it a teeny bit, see if we can see a little better. We'll just let it do a full circle. Why not? Everyone loves circles. Circles are amazing. Do you guys ever see that funny about, like, when people tell you to get in shape and you're like, I am a shape. My shape is circle. Man, this ghost loves opening doors. I think I'm going to bring UV in next because I think it's opened at least 5 doors already. We'll bring this. We'll bring UV. Do I need a Sanity? I'll take 1 to be on the safe side, but I'm not going to take another until we can get some evidences going on here. Alright, hello ghost, I am back. Here is you a book. I think these are too long away, but we're going to go ahead and shut those again so I can try again now that I have my fancy dancy light here. I'll put this here. I think that was everything I brought. Oh wait, it's doing something. What are you doing now? Oh, it lit a candle. Ooh, thank you for your sub with Prime. Oh, hey, you're from YouTube, right? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the sub with the Prime. What? Oh, that's Hype Train. I'm like, what is going on? We have EMF 5, which I love because it means that it can't be a demon. And demons, oh. Alright, it lit its own candle and blew it out, you know, whichever you prefer. I guess it's really up to you, Ghost. But welcome in. Yes, indeed. Well, welcome from YouTube world. Sorry it is not Dead by Daylight tonight. I do try to not have, like, the same game twice, or 2 streams in a row. So we did do Dead by Daylight last time. So today is Phasmo. It was actually supposed to be Life is Strange. But how are you doing today? And how do I say your name? Is it Exvo? I think that's how you say your name, but go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong. I had a spare, so I used it. Well, I appreciate it. I wish I had, like, the Prime sub thing. I actually use Prime to shop, but it's not my Prime. And so I can't actually, like, use it on Twitch. And I feel bad because there was a friend of mine who used to stream, like, pretty consistently. I think he streamed, like, 4 to 5 times a week. And he's like, you literally have Prime. Use your Prime sub. And I'm like, it's not mine. I don't have it. Oh, book writing. Okay, awesome. We have 2 evidences now. I don't know how to read. So it's a spirit, the shade, or a myling. Next time we go to the car, we'll go ahead and check that out. Unfortunately, once I finally brought up the UV, he stopped touching the doors. My guy was touching the doors constantly. I thought I saw something. And then the moment I brought up something to check with it, he's like, I don't really like doors anymore. I guess I took all the fun out of it. I'm doing it good. It's like 4 a.m. where I am, but we move. Probably won't be around for too long because of that. That is all okay. I can't believe it's 4 a.m. for you. What general country-ish area are you in, if you don't mind me asking? You don't need to tell me, like, any specifics. Just, like, general country or general time zone. For instance, I'm in MST, which covers, like, 7 different states, and I am in the States. But let's go ahead and read what our 3 different options are. It could be a spirit. Spirits are very common ghosts. They're very powerful but passive, only attacking when they need to. They defend their place of death to the utmost degree, killing anyone that is caught overstaying their welcome. A spirit can be temporarily stopped by burning incense near them. I can read. The Grand Old United Kingdom. Nice. Well, I can't believe it is 4 a.m. I 100% understand if you decide to sleep at any random point. I am a bit of a night owl myself, so I totally get it. For instance, I work night shift, so after this stream, I'm going to work, and I'm working through the night, so I feel ya. Next option is a shade. A shade is known to be very shy. There's evidence to suggest that a shade will stop all paranormal activity if there are people nearby. Shades are much harder to find, but this ghost will not enter if there are people nearby. I do kind of wonder if it's a shade, because, it didn't actually, like, attack us or anything yet. It did do a few things, but nothing, like, super uber spooky. So I'm kind of leaning towards that or a myling, because a myling is a very vocal and active ghost. They're rumored to be quiet when hunting their prey. Myling is known to be quieter when hunting, and they make more frequent paranormal sounds. I kind of might think a little bit of myling just because we did get it to do, like, the airball event, but that's the only, like, ghost sound it's made, so I'm still leaning a little bit more towards the, whatever it's called. I can't think of words today. Shade. I'm leaning a little bit more towards shade. We got pretty much everything we need, so might as well bring us some incense so we can lower our chances of dying. We'll check one more time just to see, but it turned on a lamp. But I personally doubt that it's going to be the DOTS or the ghost orbs. But heck yeah, I'm always down to support new streamers. New streamers I find. I just waited for a stream to pop up. Oh, well, thank you! As a small streamer, I definitely always appreciate it when people come by. Plus, it's always more fun to talk to people when there's a stream going. I mean, I can just, like, talk to myself. I'm plenty good at talking to myself, but, I feel like that's more what YouTube videos are for, so I always appreciate it when people come by and they're more chatty. I personally love that a lot more, because then we can have, like, more of a conversation about the game. Plus, you know, then if I'm an idiot, someone can tell me how to fix it. Like, when I occasionally try to do a puzzle game, and someone tells me how to actually do the puzzle, because I can't ever figure it out. Love that. And that's also why I avoid puzzle games, because I'm low-key just really bad at puzzle games. I think I'm actually going to keep the camera with me and go take a picture of the spine that we saw, and then I never did find the cursed object, but perhaps I should take a sanity pill before I go on a hunt for that. But much appreciated. Sorry my bitrate is unstable. Sometimes it just be like that. But you know, that's like me, you know, it's trying to be me. I'm a little unstable. Only sometimes. Without saying anything specifically political. I mean, if you guys saw my TikTok, then you already know my political stance. But did anyone do anything fun over the weekend? See, that's not saying directly my political affiliations, because technically there were both sides going on in the weekend. But yeah, I had a fun weekend for the event that I went to. Okay, now I'm on a hunt for the cursed object. We're looking for like the Ouija board, I don't know, the pincushion doll, I forget what it's called. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it do be looking like a pincushion doll. Music box is always hard to find because it's so tiny. The tarot cards, those are a little easier. I always find like the phones, like the random cell phones in this game, and they're like the exact same size, so I always mix those up when I first see them, and then I'm like, I found it! Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, we're gonna look around upstairs, I guess. I didn't see it. I don't like looking around near the ghost room, because then I feel like the ghost is gonna jump out and get me. We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. Where the frick is the cursed object? Maybe it's in the baby, like the nursery room? I think that's the only room left to check. Though I very well could have just like walked right past it and not even seen it. Let's see. Oh, there's a, see look! It is a pincushion doll. Look at that and tell me that that's not a pincushion doll. I feel like that's 100% the best name for it. Oh shoot, did the ghost move rooms? I think that might be the ghost room now. Hold on. That makes sense when I can't find the third evidence if he relocated. Let's take this. I do still see my breath in the hallway though. It's cold in here, just not as cold. Instructions unclear. I will catch up on chat in just a second. I feel like I'm low-key in danger. What can we relocate? I feel like I should put some of my stuff in that other room in case the ghost is in there instead. I suppose I will relocate the DOTS and the camera? Oh, hold on. I still have the legitimate camera. I'll read up on chat, as soon as I get back into the truck. Because I feel like I'm unsafe. Okay, hold on. Let's get out of here. Let's get out. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Don't panic. There's nothing to panic about. It's fine. Okay. Oh, it's it's XV. I thought it was an O. I did mention I'm blind in one eye, right? XV. I feel ya, I feel ya. I tried my hand in many different areas of content creating, and the more people, the merrier. Yes! I love it when there's more people. I've also tried a lot of different things in content creating. I was on TikTok. I've touched Instagram. I wouldn't say I actually tried Instagram because that would require more effort than I put in. But I've done a few different TikToks. I've tried multiple attempts at YouTube. Doing my best attempt right now. This is like the longest I've done it and the best I've done it for. And then obviously live streaming on Twitch. Yeah, lots of different events, so I totally get what you mean about the more the merrier for content creating. I'm getting like nothing done. I'm so distracted. I'm so sorry. This makes me realize how clueless I am at Phasmo. Dude, I feel like I'm not making it any better because I'm pretty clueless at Phasmo too. And I'm worried I'm going to die our first game back. It really hasn't been that long since I played it, but I'm playing like I haven't played in months. I feel like the ghost did relocate. Okay. Because he threw the beer bottle again. I'm just going to assume. Oh, I saw my breath too. I'm going to put it, in 3 different. You only get 3 of the salt. So I'm going to put it 2 in here and 1 in there. It's unclear. I'll make this door open as wide as possible. And I guess we'll take this. No, we already know that. We need freezing temperatures, and I guess this. I'm gonna relocate everything in here. It's so. Oh yeah, he's. Okay, guys, we got it. It's a spirit. All right. So I can get a picture of that stepped-in salt for extra money. Hold on. Okay, yeah, I understand you're upset. Hold on. What else should I do for the extra moolah? Normally, I guess I just put extra salt down, And I need a photo of the ghost, but this ghost hasn't been very showing up in person, so sometimes it's really hard to get a photo of the ghost going. Love that. Keep up the good work, Thar. Thank you, thank you. A very small side note, most people don't know this, but a while back I had tried to create a content creator like Discord, I did have a Discord. That one was pretty good. I had 200 people for a while. And then I tried to have like a educational YouTube and TikTok. They still exist. They still have their videos out there. I never took them down. The Discord I ended up taking down because I just didn't want it out there with like my name attached to it if I wasn't like putting in dedicated work for it and all that stuff. So that one I ended up taking down, but the other things are still up there because I'm like, if people want to go view it, sure. I still feel like it was, it still had good info. I might not have been the best at presenting it, but I feel like it was still like I did a lot of research for those videos and stuff like that. And then every once in a while, I'll get like a notification about them. Okay. And it'll be like, good job, this short got whatever. And I'm like, oh yeah, I have that random account out there still. And people still every once in a while find videos from it. I'm not sure how. A lot of times it's from like YouTube search because I did like search optimize. But I'm like, why are you guys still watching it? The video's old. Alright. Okay, there it is. I'm like, I heard footsteps. But this ground is kind of hard to tell when they step in it because the black salt. Alright, we'll wait like 2 more seconds for him to step in this other salt and then we'll leave. We're not going to really get the other things going because I don't think we're going to get a photo of the ghost. And I'm definitely not going to prevent the ghost from hunting with a crucifix because I don't want to stay that long and die. So we'll give him like 10 more seconds and then we'll leave because we do have the ghost type marked. And we can get some money. So, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright. I guess he don't want to be a performer. That's fine. Also, my name is a cluster of letters for the most part, so don't worry about how to say it. Okay. Well, is there something you want to be called by? Because I can just keep making up random sounds to call you by if you want. No, okay. I thought I had, like, a Kleenex. We're fine. I'm just still getting a little bit over a sickness, which is part of why I'm blind in one eye. Okay, so we only got the motion sensor part, because, I mean, the ghost never showed up, so the whole capture photo of the ghost thing, that's not my fault. He never showed up. Investigation bonus is 125, rewards is ×4, bone evidence, photo evidence, plus some dailies. So I actually got $1,219. Imagine getting over $1,000 for working one night and it wasn't even a full night. I definitely don't make that when I work nights. We did fine on Sanity. Favorite room changes was only the ones, like we figured. 2 events, 0 hunts. Okay. I must have missed an event because I don't really remember an event happening. Do you guys remember an event happening? These are cute. I don't always look through these because I feel like they don't put them in order. But let's go ahead and do random again and see what map it gives us. Kyle, oh, hold on. So, XV says, I've had like 100 phases of making YouTube videos, but all on the same account, so it's funny seeing long year gaps between a bunch of videos. That's great. I love that. Kyle says, oh, I forgot to say this, but lurk while I play Rivals. Oh, sounds good. Thank you for the lurk. Good luck on your Rivals. But I totally feel you. When I first started YouTube, it was probably 4 or 5 years ago. I consistently did videos. I think I was doing twice a week for like 4 weeks, and then I was like, alright, that's insane. So then I paused for like half a year, and then I did videos like once a week for, I think I lasted closer to like 3 or 4 months of doing that, and then that didn't work out. And then I did a very short amount of time, I think, where I did like I think maybe it was a total of like 6 videos, but they were like decently close to each other. and then I took a long gap, you know. And then in January, at the end of January, I started posting a YouTube video once every other week. And then also, obviously, re-uploading streams. Oh, hold on. Wow. Okay, so this is probably the ghost room, but hold on, I wanted to turn on the gen. But yeah, this is definitely the longest and consistently I've been with YouTube since I started this year in January. I have not missed a YouTube video on that schedule of one video every other week, plus the re-uploading streams. Plus I actually do currently 4 shorts a day on YouTube that are just like clips of games. It was 3 for a while, it was 2 before that. I'll see if I can maintain 4. I've been doing 4 for a bit now. But I really like that on YouTube you can schedule them out, because like on TikTok you had to like log on at the times you wanted to post them and then post them. Evex said, Evex? I don't even know what that was. Says, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Okay, give me 1 second. I need to be right back. I won't be long. I promise. Hold on. I'm actually gonna switch screens. I just need to get a tissue. So, 1 second. Okay, hi. Lol, sorry for running away for a second. I just, like I said, I'm getting a little bit over a sickness, and I just had, like, the most annoying runny nose. It wasn't enough that I doubt you guys could even tell, but, it was enough that it was just barely annoying. Okay, sorry, I'm so distracted today, I don't even know what my problem is. But hello, we'll just say hello, like this is the first time you've seen me. Howdy, howdy. Man, the ghost is doing a ton. It needs to chill. I wasn't even in here yet and it started freaking out. Like, look at this one. It's going, okay, calm down. Holy cow. Okay, whatever. You know what? If you want to be fancy, you can be fancy. That's fine. I'm going to put this all up on the counter because they rarely give me, like, a table to put my stuff down. Okay, frick. Jeez. Hold on. Ghost writing. I'm gonna guess poltergeist right now because holy frick. Yeah, you keep talking to yourself. That's fine. I'll be back. Let's get us some more supplies. XV says the XV works well. That sounds normal. Okay, XV. Hello. Let's switch cameras. Oh, cause I put it right here. I'm very here today, you know, I'm so smart. I'm not gonna take a sanity pill yet, even though I'm a little bit crazy. I think it's fine. The ghost has been a little interactive, but I think it's not gonna be too much of a problem yet. I know that the more, like, ghost interactions you see, it's not really a good place to put this. The more ghost interactions you see, the, like, quicker your sanity goes down. But who really cares about sanity nowadays? You know, none of us are totally there. I do kind of want to... I swear I heard a door, but I see no evidence of a door. So let's go on a trip. This door? Why are you touching this door? The frick? Alright, well, leave that door alone. We're just going to set this here, I guess. I think I set up everything I brought with me. I'm going to check temperature again in case it decided to relocate while I was gone. Which it did. Taste, whatever you said. Let's go back to the car. We can now check the camera now that I actually remembered to set it up and see if there's anything going on there. I feel like I look darker than normal, but I don't know. I feel like my lighting's the same. Maybe I forgot one. I don't know. I have a lot of lights. I have like a bunch of lights all around me. And then they're all just set to really, like, low levels. You know, people have, like, surround sound. I have surround lighting. I see one ghost orb. Let me make sure it can't be a mimic, just to make sure, because they always troll me. Spirit box, which we do have, and ghost orbs. So, I am gonna circle mimic just so I remember it's a possibility. I don't know why I wrote ghost writing, because it was spirit box. Different options. XV says, alrighty, it's past 4 a.m. now. I think it's off to bed for me. Good luck with the ghost hunting. I'll be sure to pop in again soon. Have fun! Thank you, thank you. I hope you fall asleep quickly and get good sleep because it's freaking 4 a.m. for you. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. Try not to die. That sounds always good to do. And, try not to see ghosts in your sleep or in your house. That's good. I don't know if you believe in ghosts, but I don't think the ghosts discriminate on whether or not they kill you, just on whether or not you believe in them. But I don't know, maybe they do. Maybe if you just don't believe in ghosts, they won't ever attack you. It like makes you safe. Who knows? Maybe that's the secret to staying alive. Okay, I don't know if the ghost has just like, because he's talking a ton, but he seemed to kind of calm down action-wise.
Found far from there.
Found far from there? Alright. There's nothing fun in here I can light, so I'll just have to remember to bring in something to light. But I'm thinking, let's go take a sanity pill, then go on a little walk and see if we can find us, like, the bone and the cursed object. But have a great night, XV. I think the reason why I keep wanting to call you VX, for some reason, the dyslexia, but I had a friend named Evo. I think maybe that's why I think XV. I don't know. I don't know English. It could just be because I'm dyslexic, because I am legitimately, significantly dyslexic. It could be that. Let's grab our camera so we can take pictures. I might as well bring the UV in just so that we have every single device in there when we do go check. But I do plan to have this trip be more like looking for the cursed object and the bone. We'll just put that right here. Did I turn the slide on or did the ghost? Because I feel like I didn't. Anyways. Let's look around a little bit for some things to take photos of. You know, so we can put them on the gram. For those of you who actually use Instagram, because I've never really gotten into it, do you guys ever call it the gram? Or is that more like, I don't know, did that ever actually become a thing? I know it was like a meme thing to be like, oh, we're going to put it on the gram. But do people actually call it that? Because I feel like most people call it Instagram or IG. You don't really see people type out the gram. We're looking for the cursed object or the bone. I feel like I have like a slight bit of PTSD with this house because I feel like most of the time if I get like a really violent ghost, for some reason it's in this house. This is like the house of violent ghosts. I don't know why, and I feel like this house, most often when I play with friends, is the house that, like, the majority of us die in, and you, like, are sitting in a room, like, trying to hide as you, like, hear your friend tragically dying in the background, screaming bloody murder, and you're just sitting there, like, don't come find me, don't come find me. So I feel like I just have, like, a general level of PTSD, not, like, an intense level, just, like, a general baseline of PTSD for this house. But also, where the frick is the cursed object? I feel like I checked every room pretty thoroughly. I could be blind. That's definitely a possibility. I am like, let's go with 40% blind, because this eye isn't totally blind. It's still like, you know, has general can see abilities-ness, whatever you want to call it. So I'm 40% blind, 60% seeing. How about that? But I still can't find the cursed object, so we might just rage quit on that and just go and see if we can find the third evidence of our ghosty friend. Sometimes the monkey paw's in here, but what I think is funny is you can open these random cupboards. Like, why? Why is there a potato in here? Guys, oh my gosh, it has a face on it! Alright, why? Why is that a thing? Oh, they are just like, are they just a thing to see if people ever open them? Like, is this supposed to be an Easter egg thing? I don't know. This one's not opening. I see my, like, little hand thing. Oh, okay. It just wanted to be a struggle. I feel like that ghost? Maybe he's mad that I judged him. But, you know, I felt like it was judge-worthy. Oh, I didn't even notice you threw my book. Don't do that. That's mean. I'll put all this stuff back up. Not really any reason to do it, but sure, why not? Have your stuff back. Okay, and now it's setting off the car alarm. I think I did pick up the batteries, but I suppose we'll go check. Wow, the house is hot. It's like 20 degrees in every other room but this one. I'm kind of wondering if it's UV as our last piece of evidence, because I feel like the ghost hasn't... Okay, I was gonna say, I feel like the ghost hasn't given me many options to check if UV is a thing, but then the ghost started... Frick. I don't have a camera. Oh, I do have a camera. Okay. Frick. Alright. Hold on. Let's delete this, because that was terrible. Okay, so that's not like where the ghost is, right? I was about to temperature check. He didn't like relocate? No, okay, so he's definitely still in here, in this beacon of light. So I'm thinking it's probably a UV, because I can't... I've been checking other things pretty thoroughly. I guess I didn't check the UV when, the EMF when he did that, but it's fine. Let's go ahead and leave. The fact that he showed up in the distance instead of by me is a little weird. That does scream a little bit more on the shade side, but let's see if we've narrowed it down enough to read about some of our ghost options. I'm gonna go ahead and tuck this so that I can see. For our evidences, yeah, we narrowed it down to a mare, a yaokai, or an onryo. So a mare is a source of all nightmares, making it more powerful in the dark. A mare will have an increased chance to attack in the dark, and turning on the lights all around the mare will lower its chance of an attack. Well, maybe it was good I turned on that light then. Then we have the yaokai. Yaokais are common ghosts that are attracted to human voices. They can usually be found haunting family homes. Talking near a yaokai will anger it, increasing the chance of an attack. And when hunting, a yaokai can only hear voices close to it. So basically, this is the ghost that hates it when you're a jabberbox. And me, I am a jabberbox. So I'm hoping that it's not a yaokai, but who frickin' knows? Next we have an onryo. An onryo is referred to as the wrathful spirit. It steals souls from its dying victims' bodies to seek revenge. This ghost has been known to fear any form of fire and will do anything to be far from it. Extinguishing a flame can cause an onryo to attack, and when threatened, this ghost would be less likely to hunt. So, we could go bring in some flames and see if he kills me. We can turn on the lights and see if he doesn't kill me, or we can turn them all off and see if he kills me. And we can just jabber away and see if he kills me. But let's see, it could be at DOTS, it's not going to be EMF 5 or ultraviolet. So I was totally wrong about that. It's going to be ghost riding, freezing temperatures, or DOTS. And I'm leaning not towards ghost riding, just because he threw the book. I feel like they don't throw the book unless it's for sure not ghost riding. But, spirit box, yeah, so the mimic is out because, just kidding. The mimic's still in because I'm dumb. But it's fine. Oh, okay, just kidding. I saw DOTS. I did manage to see DOTS through that beacon of light. But let's make sure that the mimic doesn't include DOTS. So I don't know if you guys saw that, but a guy walked through the counter in the beacon of light that we have set up here. So we do know for sure now what ghost type it is. As for our different things, we need the motion sensor and escape a hunt, but I am 1000% not going to do the escape a hunt part, because that sounds like a great way to die. Let's go ahead and take another sanity. We have our camera still in our hand, right? So I'm going to bring out the motion sensor, and then I'll come back in immediately after to grab the salt to see if we can get some bonus pictures there. Okay, I'm hoping that was just an event, but the fact that it did that the moment I entered the residence does concern me. I'm hoping... Okay, well, he turned on more lights, So I feel like that's kind of a good sign that maybe it's not a mirror. But we're going to turn them off because that's scary and I don't want that. And if the ghost wants it, then I definitely don't. So we're going to run back out and grab our salt and maybe pop another sanity pill because that's concerning. It did shut the front door, so that's concerning too. Maybe it's fine. Everything can and will be fine. It's great. We love it. Everything's green gin, but yeah, that was English. Anyways, let's go ahead and go put the salt down, and then we can get back to feeling safer than we are. The fact that it started an event right when I entered was spooky. Not even gonna lie, that was a little much, ghost, a little mean. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I keep mocking the ghost. Maybe it's because he's alarming me, and that makes me feel a little better. Okay. I'm hoping he didn't relocate. Okay, I think he's still in here. Yeah. Okay. He threw my potato. How dare he throw my potato? I take offense to that. My potato wants to be here with all the other dishes. Okay, so we're gonna keep him there. Okay, he stepped in this salt. Wait, is this the salt? I think that's where my salt was. It was a little gone. But I never did find the cursed object. I'm not gonna look around again for it though, because I think it's just straight up missing. I don't know. I have had problems in this house specifically with getting the cursed object. But we're going to wait like 5 more seconds to see if he steps in the salt. And then we're going to abandon. What? What did you say to me? I feel like it called me a slur. Anyways, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hi guys, I'm iCarly. Just kidding. I don't remember how they started it, but I feel like that sounded like the countdown that Freddy does in iCarly. Have you guys ever watched iCarly? I loved it as a child. I mostly loved it as a child. There were definitely certain aspects that I was not really a fan of. And, you know, after, you know, finding out about that documentary and stuff, then I was like, alright. So that did, you know, make me love it a little bit less, but I did still really like that show when I was a kid. I really loved iCarly. I loved, Good Luck Charlie. I loved Kim Possible. That one's when I was a little bit younger. But mostly when I grew up, I really loved watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Angel and Firefly. I grew up on those shows. I know they weren't like the kids shows, but I was also the youngest, so we didn't always watch kids shows. I actually made slightly more money this time around because I was able to get 2 of the things instead of 1. I never did find the bone either, apparently. But it was a Yaokai. I just wanted to check. Our sanity was not perfect, but it was alright. Favorite room changes was 0. Okay. And yeah, that wasn't a hunt because it was so short. I was just a little concerned when it happened. I'm like, hold on. Let's do random again. It hasn't been too bad. We're doing A-okay on time. Edgefield Road. This cozy house turned into something much more than a house for the living. I really hope this isn't the map we just did. I don't think it is, but I don't like doing repeat maps in a row, so if it is, we'll just pack up and go home and try again. Okay, nobody cares. Anyways, James Martin. Prevent the ghost from hunting with a crucifix, get the ghost to blow out a firelight, and have a member of your team escape the ghost during a hunt. 2 of those are probably not going to happen because I don't want to die. Okay, I hope that cleared it up. Anyways, let's go ahead and get out of here. I don't know why I came over here to watch that open, but I kind of like that it shows you it opening. I don't know, that was fun. Alright, it is a different house. We're fine. Hello, Ghosty. I don't know if you can hear me, but I am, in fact, trespassing in your house. Hope you don't mind. Let's see how long my arm is. Alright, we got, what's that? That's probably like, 6 feet, 9 feet, 10 feet, I don't know distance, but pretty long arms. We're, you know, doing Elastigirl pretty proud. I would not have trusted closing this garage door that close to my car. And he had room to pull forward. He needs one of those, like, front cams on his car to see how far to pull forward, because I feel like that is cutting it really close, my guy. Anyways, not that that was at all relevant to ghost hunting, but you know, I figure everyone who once lived in this house is now dead, so might as well roast them. They don't care. Unless one of those dead folk is the ghost that's haunting this, then I guess they might care. But if they're upsetty about what I say about them, that just means I'll find the ghost even quicker, right? That was totally, what? Was I just breathed at? Ugh. Anyways, that was intentional, yeah. I feel like he's like in the wall. Is he really just stuck in this itty bitty room? That kind of sucks, my bro. How'd you even manage to die in there? Did your like poor stacking decide to like drop one of those things on you and you got like pinned to death or something? Kind of a weird place to die, my guy. I didn't set up a camera yet, so let's go ahead and go put one of those in there. But like I said, it is a really tiny room, so that's kind of unfortunate for the way the camera is and setting it up that way, but I'm sure it will work out. I have no idea what the guy said though. That was kind of a weird, like really quiet whisper he did. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I didn't think it would just, you know, suddenly stand up in the air by itself. Let's go ahead, maybe like right here for the DOT. What? Did they do an update I didn't know about? What are these sounds that I'm hearing? I don't know this kind of ghost. That was so weird. He made like a weird, more moaning type sound, and then all the lights were flashing red. Was not a fan of that, but I do see a ghost orb. So let's go ahead and mark that and remember that it could be the twin. I'm sorry. That it could be a mimic. That was alarming. I guess he is mad for me judging how close he parked his car to that edge of his garage. I don't think I need a sanity pill yet. Yeah, it can't be a demon, so we're gonna hold off on the sanity pill so I don't, like, waste them. But I feel like that's also famous last words, is that we don't need a sanity pill yet. We're gonna head back in and hope that he decides to be a little bit more on the friendly side. So far, he has not been. But, you know, I like to give him, like, every chance possible. I believe in second, third, and fourth chances. So, I'm sure it's fine. See, look, he didn't even try to attack me that time. I think he's growing as a person. Or as a ghost, in this case, might be. Let's go ahead and check. He's not doing anything there. Good. Maybe he's gotten over his more murderous tendencies. But we can go ahead and put some more supplies in there. And then, of course, book it again. Because we don't want to be in here any longer than we have to be when the ghost is this crazy. Hey, guy, I brought you a cross, you know, in case you're feeling, religious. That's fun. Yeah, we don't need this light on, though, because it does mess with the readings. Hopefully he's not, like, scared of the dark and gets mad at me for turning that light off. You can have this one on. You know, you need a nice little hall light when you're trying to sleep or something, you know, like the sleep of the sled. Sleeping like the sleep of the dead. I know how to English. Maybe, sometimes. Okay. He's not showing up on DOTS. We do need, like, something, like, some direction. Maybe we could just take a nice little walk. Like, take a sanity pill, take a walk, and see if we can find any evidence. I think we brought one of everything in now. So maybe I will take... What do we need? We need firelight. I can bring firelight. Alright, we'll give him some firelight and then take a walk around to see if we can see the bone or the cursed object for some photos. And let him kind of just figure out life by himself in here for a minute. Oh, you know what? He actually wrote in the book. So since I have my camera here, we'll take a picture of that. He threw a knife. Should I be concerned that he threw a knife at me? We're gonna pretend he didn't because that's scary. And we're just gonna keep walking around like we saw nothing. We'll play the piano like we live. Okay, I was gonna say we'll play the piano like we live here, but my guess is he didn't like that. I think he's very sentimental about his piano, and now that we know that, we'll go ahead and leave his piano alone. Noted. I do take no for an answer, so I just won't touch the piano again. My bad. I didn't know it was an heirloom. I will avoid the piano now at all costs. Alright, I'm seeing nothing anywhere. I'm not seeing no cursed object. I don't know why that scared me. I did find the bone. Maybe I'm just jumpy because that ghost came out of nowhere. We're fine though. Everything's fine. We are not in danger. We are totally safe. We are not scared. We are fine. Alright, I think I'm checking like every room and I'm not seeing no cursed object. Hello? Cursed object where? Nowhere? Okay, noted. I did like throw my camera the moment I saw the ghost, which was really dumb because, you know, you need photos of the ghost. So I literally had to like walk back into the danger area just so I could pick up my camera to take a picture in the safe area. So, note to self, don't ever do that. That's dumb. But let's see if my photo even worked. We did get a photo of the ghost. Okay. No cursed object, though. We apparently can't get that for nothing. We're fine on time. Alright. I think my sanity is probably decent. I know that we had some not-so-goodness happen in there. But let's go ahead and read what our ghost options are. We have Mare, Revenant, or Thay. I don't think it can be a mimic anymore because of the ghost writing. So we have the Mare, which is one of the ones we had last time. A mare is the source of all nightmares, making it more powerful in the dark. A mare will have an increased chance to attack in the dark, and turning on the lights all around the mare will lower its chance of attack. Well, I kind of feel like it's not a mare then, because I was in a room that had the light on when he showed up. Next we have a Revenante. We will be randomly Cockney for this. A revenant is a violent ghost that will attack indiscriminately. Their speed can be deceiving after they are slow while dormant. However, as soon as they hunt, they can move incredibly fast. A revenant will travel at significantly faster speed when hunting their prey, and hiding from a revenant will cause it to move very slowly. Except for, of course, we have hiding places turned off, so that's not going to work. And lastly, we have a Thay, which, maybe I'm leaning towards a Thay. We can do Valley Girl. Thays have been known to rapidly age over time, even in the afterlife. From what we've learned, they seem to deteriorate faster while within the presence of the living. Like, totally. Upon entering the location, they will become active, defensive, and agile. Missing the Oxford comma. They will weaken over time, making them weaker, slower, and less aggressive. That wasn't really Valley Girl, that was more just snotty. But I'm kind of leaning towards Thay because I do feel like he was more Wow, that's so bright. I do feel like he was more active earlier on. But it could easily be like the DOTS ghost just because it's kind of hard to tell in that small of a room. But, let's bring another spirit box just cause, I don't know. Actually, let's do the little thingy thing to make it less likely to kill me. That sounds like a good idea. We'll start smudging like right here. La-da-dee, la-da-da. Alright. I did hear something farther away. Oh my gosh. So that does make me a little concerned. Okay, I'm slightly more concerned now because that's a lot of random things to do. We'll check our temperature again. We're still not getting freezing. I guess I haven't really checked UV, like, once. I should have brought some salt. What am I doing? Why did I not bring salt? I smudged instead of salting. Alright, well, maybe I'll just throw that so I stop getting the inclination to use it. We'll go ahead and put that down. I'll turn off this light. Okay, because I do need to see, like, if he does things like with DOTS, and it's kind of hard to tell for that part. But I do realize we never checked the basement, and that's probably where the cursed object is. I just totally forgot that a basement was a thing. And there it is, yeah. I just forgot that houses might have basements. I don't know. My house doesn't have a basement, so I guess maybe that's why I forgot that they have them. But let's go get some salt, because we can check for UV if he steps in salt, since he's not really doing much of the doors, so that might make it a little easier for us to tell. And you know what? Let's take a sanity pill. We've only taken one. Just to be a little bit safer. I don't want to die. Do you want to die? Because I don't. At least not in game. Alright, we can put one right here, right here, right here. Oh my gosh, he stepped in both of these at the same time. Alright. Da-da, da-da, da-da-da-da-da. You know what? We're going to pick this back up again. Just to light this. How do I... Okay, there we go. Because, we can always get... Oh my gosh, I forgot to check UV. I'm so... Whatever, guys. I had a moment to check UV, and I didn't even check for it. Hold on, we'll put it right there. That's a good spot. Sometimes DOTS people only show up on DOTS if you're nearby. This isn't one of those... Okay. This isn't one of those ghosts, but I figured might as well check just to be on the safe side. What did we get with our photos? We got the bone, the cursed object, the ghost writing, and the ghost. And 2 of the salt. So we still need that other one. He might not step in it because I did put it outside of his room. I just wanted to, you know, cover my bases. Base size. Let's go back out and grab some more salt. And this time, I'm going to actually remember to check for UV on the salt. Because, yeah, that's important. It's totally the entire reason I brought salt. So this time I'm going to actually do it, guys. Alright. Salt right here. Salt right here. Right here. Okay, that's a lot of walking. And no UV. Okay. Well, at least we can do all these photos, I guess. Yay, look at all that salt. And right here. Guys, we have so many salt photos. We're doing great on photos. I just can't get my last piece of evidence. What even is it? So it's it would be spirit box if it was a they, freezing temperature for a revenant, and DOTS if it's a mare. So I guess we'll move DOTS and put it right here and see if, I don't know, that raises the chances of seeing it. I don't know. Well, I guess we can ask it some legitimate questions instead of just leaving it running. Hello. What is your name? Where are you? What do you want? Are you friendly? Oh. Are you not friendly? Because that felt a little bit like not friendly. Okay, well, you don't need to be mean. I was just, you know, asking. So, let's just say that it is not spirit box, because I couldn't get a response. I've checked temperature many a times, but we will check it again. Still not freezing. So, since I can't get freezing, we're going to guess that, which would make it a they, which would make sense. We'll check temperature again. And I'm standing here looking at the DOTS. So I feel like we made a good educational guess. And I'm going to be real surprised if I was wrong. So let's vanish. Let's get out of here. Let's try not to die. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're back in the safety of our own hearts and souls. Look at all the photos I got. I got max photos. I better get a frick ton of money. I'm guessing, let's go with 1,400. Somewhere in the 1,400 range, and I will feel correct. But watch me get like 800, because I only got one objective. 1,400, please, 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 please. Okay, we were right about it being a they. Yay on us. Come on, give me 1,400. Okay, well, I don't think we're gonna get... Alright, we got 1,100. That feels lame. I feel like I earned a little higher than 1,100. Like, at least give me 1,250 or something. We did level up, so I guess that's cool. There were 3 ghost events, 0 hunts. Our sanity was not the best, but it was fine. Favorite room changes 0, 6 abilities used. Yeah, he was a little extra. He was scary at first. Let's go ahead and do Camp Woodwind, just because we love Camp Woodwind. This outdoor tree was evacuated due to some campfire stories coming to life. We're gonna play this one and possibly one more. Just for a shorter stream today. We're not gonna be super, super long. Alright, Mark Winter. That sounds like a totally fake name. Anyways, number 1. Have a member of your team escape the ghost during a hunt. Detect paranormal sound with a parabolic microphone, and prevent the ghost from hunting with a crucifix. 2 of those, they just want me to die. The other one, we can maybe do that. Sometimes I stand around for a while trying to do the parabolic microphone one, and the ghosts just don't want to play ball. So it's really up to the ghost sometimes. Well, let's open both these doors nice and wide. I know it doesn't actually help much to make the ghost not, like, just slam both, but it makes me feel better if they're both open, okay? Let's go ahead and have this on, then we can turn on the gen. We'll give it a nice little bit to warm up and do a little jig while we're waiting. Alright, we'll check the temperature now. I really don't get how an outdoor generator in an outdoor map is going to help us tell what temperature it is if it's a ghost hunting. But I guess, you know, game logic, it does still work. And there we're getting about 17. Out here is 17. I usually go the other way around in a circle. But then I always find it last. Like, here's the Ouija board. So I decided to go this direction. I'm just feeling it. I feel like this is going to be the quickest way to find the ghost. I'm going on a trip in my favorite rocket ship. Ba-da-dee-ba-da. Dee-da-da-da. If you guys need show recommendations, I absolutely would love to recommend parts of a bunch of different shows. Like, the first 3 seasons of The 100 is amazing. The first 10 seasons of Supernatural, great. All of Buffy the Vampire Slayer is amazing. Serenity's only one, Firefly's only 1 season, and then it has a movie named Serenity. Both are great. Angel, the last 3 seasons are great. Dollhouse, season 1. Not season 2. Man, I can't find this ghost. I swear, like, every single room has been about the same temperature. I guess this one's like 3 degrees colder? Alright, 7 maybe? This is, I guess, the ghost room. I'm not super convinced, but okay. Oh, there was something going. Alright. Alright, I stand corrected. Oh, I also really liked White Collar up until the last season. Castle was pretty consistent for quality the whole way through. Burn Notice, the first 4 seasons. I very rarely ever recommend an entire show because I feel like if a show goes on long enough, it will find a way to ruin itself. In fact, I've never watched Supernatural past season like 11 or 12, but I heard that season 14 and 15 were really bad. And there's only 15. But I've never seen that far to know because I stopped liking it before that point. But I love the seasons before that. Let's see, if I have the camera facing in, maybe I'll just have that like that. I don't know, it's hard to tell in this tiny little room what would be best. I could do it like this, but then it's facing the camera. Actually, I think that won't tell me anything. Maybe that will work. Yeah, that works. Let me check temperature again. Oh, whoa, it got warmer. Wait, did the ghost move while I was setting up 2 things? My guys, the ghost moved. How mean is that? I did like 1 little tiny trip to get more supplies and it relocated. Now I have to freaking find him again? I got bull on that. Alright, round 2 of trying to find the ghost. It was slightly colder. Right over here for like a split second. Guess not. We're getting like 14 everywhere. Oh, but then we got 17, so maybe the ghost is trolling me and it's the walkway? I do feel like the ghost be trolling. Hello. Ghosty, ghosty, ghosty. Come out wherever you are. No? Really? That didn't work? You didn't want to be like summoned by the sound of my beautiful voice? I've heard a really weird sound. Are you coming to the tree? They hung up a man, they say, who murdered 3. Okay, he's back in here. I'm going crazy. Strange things did happen here, no stranger would it be. We met at midnight in the hanging tree. Yep, that's totally, I'm amazing. But honestly, that song's better sung if you can't sing, in my opinion, just because I loved Hunger Games. I really want to rewatch it. I've been super in the mood to rewatch Hunger Games. Alright, I'm not seeing a ghost orb. It's not, a great setup. Anything inside a tent is kind of hard to tell. I don't know why the tent is super reflective in one spot. Maybe that spot's made of metal. But I think I'll need to put another camera in there to get a really good sense of all that crap. But first, let's put some more items in there, then I'll put a second of a camera. Oh! Okay. Hello. I do feel like this ghost is trolling me. Like, really, I needed to take 7 steps and he wanted to scare me before I made it my 7 steps. Alright, my guy. I think his nickname must be Dick Cheney. Anyways, let's grab more stuff. Na 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 da 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 da. We're gonna grab that, and sure, let's grab the talker box. Maybe he's feeling vocal. He did look like he wanted to chat with us when I went nearby. My generator, it's gotta still be on, but I don't know. It was making me panic a teeny bit. We can put this one floating in the air. We love to have a ghost tripod, so... Thanks, Kyle.
Kyle_Edelman just redeemed Scream 1.
That was so loud. Howdy, howdy, what an entrance. I can't put this down. There we go. Holy cow, welcome. How is your rivals? Oh, Kyle just laughs. Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay. So I still can't see anything from this camera. Let's switch to another. This is just really unfortunate camera placements. Well, the fact that it's in a tent is the unfortunate part. I did my best with the camera placements. Popping back from Lurk. Rivals was good. I'm glad the Rivals was good. May you win many more games. Thank you so much for the extremely loud jump scare. Especially because the ghosts haven't been very jump scare-y. Yep, that's a word. This round, so I was not super expecting it. I've really only had one ghost that was, active-ish. All of my ghosts have actually been fairly chill this stream. We'll go ahead and put this, like... Oh, an elderly! We have an elderly victim, guys. Spirit box. I keep hearing weird sounds. Normally, I would assume it's because I have an animal, but my animal is not in the room with me. So the weird sounds I keep hearing in my room are growing in concern of me to them, but I don't get it. I want this, like, out of the way as much as possible, but it's just not gonna do that. We're not getting any EMF. Oh, wow, I just had, like, a giant tear come out of my eye hole. Anyways, Kyle says, oh, we already read that one. Alright, he's throwing some books around, but he's not really doing much. He's being fairly chill. So let's grab us some more supplies. Oh, I have a camera in my hand. I guess we might as well go take a picture of the bone and the cursed object since I brought this out. We got the Ouija board. I know it's Ouija, but I always read it as Ouija or Ouija. Got the Ouija board. Which Ouija is actually a pretty decent Wordle word if you guys play Wordle. Let's leave this in here. Oh, frick! For the love, what was that about? Okay. You can't just say that when I say what was that about, an elderly is not an answer. Oh, hold on. UV, we can use that. Poltergeist. Sure. Oh, I didn't know that counts as something you can touch. That's fun. Oh, and he can touch that, too. Depecht. Maybe he's not speaking English, low-key. I mean, maybe he died and he'd be speaking French. I don't know. The French died, too. Maybe we do, like, our research on what language the ghost would speak, and then we send, like, the person who speaks that language to go hunt that specific ghost. But let's go ahead and check these again. Again, that one thing is kind of in the way, but we could read our ghost types to try to narrow it down. Oh, wait, I saw DOTS. Guys, we don't have to narrow it down. It's a phantom. Let's read about phantoms. We'll use our Siri voice. A phantom is a ghost that can possess the living, inducing fear into those around it. They are most commonly summoned from a Ouija board. Strength. Looking at a phantom will drop your sanity considerably faster. Weakness. Taking a photo of the phantom will make it temporarily disappear. So we know it's a phantom now, guys. Awesome. There is a Ouija board. So now I really want to get a photo of it so we can make it disappear. That's fun. We'll go put some salt in there too. We'll take a sanity. I do already have a camera out there, so might as well, and we'll do this. We can take more photos of that. But I need the lighter. That's important. I almost forgot the lighter. Don't really know how I was planning on having this be lit. But it's lit now. That's fun. Here you go. Oh, that's how you say thanks. I bring you a present and you throw my book. Alright, well, I love you too. Alright, he stepped in this salt and then in this one. Maybe we can get a picture of UV. Disturb salt, disturb salt. I think it worked. What? Which salt of these did it count? Okay, we did get a ghost photo and it did make him disappear. That counted for nothing. Elderly victim. Alright, well that was fun. I enjoyed that. I liked being able to take a ghost picture and make him disappear. He did seem like he got stuck a little bit on my tripod, so that definitely helped for the photo opportunity. But that's cool. I don't think I've ever actually been able to get a photo in time of one of the ghosts that disappears. So we know what kind of ghost it is. We got some photos. Let's see, did we get... Oh, we need to do the parabolic thing. Alright, we can do parabolic. That was cool. Also, it was funny that the one time you popped in, Kyle, was when I happened to also be in the map that you love the most. It's like you knew. I figure, might as well light this. That's fun. Who doesn't want to just set fire to things? Alright, let's listen with the parabolic and see if we can get the ghost to tell us any fun stories. Hello, hello, ghost. Come and whisper in my ear. Tell me all about your life and how you died. Sorry, can you say that again? I didn't quite hear ya. Maybe a little louder for the people in the back. Okay, that didn't count. I need you to tell me in my ears. Through my little walker box. Through my little talker thing. Hello, ghosty ghost. Oh, hold on. How do I say your name? Purgia? Rawr. Welcome, welcome. How are you? Kyle says the ghost wants attention. He did want attention. He showed up the moment I had my camera out. But I would love for him to talk to me in my thingy thing. But, Maybe it counted. He did talk for a second. It did count. That split second of talking counted. That's funny. Alright, so... Oh, that's the fire. I'm gonna give him like one more second in case he wants to show up again because I do kind of want to take another photo just for fun. Injured man? Okay. We'll give him... Let's do a countdown of 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No. Okay. That's fine. He doesn't want to be a performer. That's okay. We do have pretty much everything we do be needing. I'm good. Just my power went out for like hours. I'm sorry. I hate it when my power goes out. Was it like hot where you're at? Because that's the part that makes me hate the power going out the most. Is if like it's really hot and I can't have the AC on. That's it for me. I'm more okay if the heater can't be on because then I can at least bundle up. You can't really do much if you're dying of heat. Yeah, you can just call me Peru. Hello, Peru. Welcome. Sorry about your power. Were you able to get your power back on? And at least was it like a localized thing, like when they hit a transformer, or was it like... I know there's been some crazy weather events lately. There's some hailstorms in summer. That's weird. We made 1184. That's not too bad, especially for a small map. Our sanity was fine. I just want to see... There was one room change, so that's probably why I was having a hard time finding him. 27 interactions and 0 hunts. That's funny. Yeah, I did. And surprisingly, my house wasn't hot. Oh, good! Oh, that's good. Especially with it being in the summer. That was, like, a big concern. Is if it would be, like, burning while you're waiting in there. Let's do ourselves one more map. Let's do the, I can English. The farmhouse that was redone. Because it's beautiful. A beautiful traditional house in the woods. It's a shame that nobody was around to hear the residents running for their lives. Do-do-do-do-do. This is a beautiful house. They definitely have the most attention to detail in this house because it's the newest designed one that they have. But I'm glad you're doing well and that you got your power back on. Still sucks that it was out, though. Especially if it was, like, a day when you, like, especially needed it on, like, because you wanted to do whatever things that specifically required power. Like, I remember one time the power was out on, like, a day I wanted to stream after I already got ready to stream. And I'm like, but now how am I supposed to do my job? So things like that. Oh, I found the cursed object. But I was hoping the power box would be in here. And it is not. Hello. I actually don't know, like, because this house is somewhat new enough. I'm not sure all the different locations that the power box can spawn in. I do know that one of the locations is outside, weirdly enough. So I'm going to look around out here, too. But it is cute out here, so I'll give them that. It was just local. Okay, good, good. Dang it, the power thing isn't out here either. Alright, we're gonna pretend to eat some of this cake real quick. Nom 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 nom. Okay. We had to steal some of it. I think it was actually like a sandwich. That happened during the middle of my stream. During your stream? No! Oh, man. I swear, if power is gonna go out, it tries to pick the most, like, inconvenient time to go out as possible. Like, if you needed to stream, if you needed, like, music to put your baby to sleep, or you needed light because you're, like, in the middle of painting and you're on a deadline, anything like that where it's, like, you really needed power on. It wasn't dire, but it was really important. Then that's when your power is going to go out and you're not going to have it work. Or I've had the power go out in the middle of a really intense movie that it was, like, my first time seeing the movie. And it was, like, at a really intense part, like, kind of like a cliffhanger. And then the power went out, and I'm like, but I need to see what happened. And it was when I was young enough that, like, it's not like I could have just, like, pulled it up on my phone. I was just, like, it was gone. And it was, like, on cable. So then it was, like, really gone. Because then when the power came back on, they were showing a different show. And I'm like, yeah, I need to see that movie. Okay, I found the actual power thing, so I'm gonna go back to that room that I saw my breath and check the temperature again. Oh, I didn't even notice that guy. I mean, you're beautiful, just a little spooky. What just the frick? I'm gonna have to watch that back later because I have no idea what just happened. That was so weird. Peru says, right, literally I had you did a Dead by Daylight collab? That sucks. I'm sorry. In the middle of a collab, did you at least, like, was it somebody you knew well enough and have maybe collabed with before? Or was it like a first time collab and your power goes out? Because, I mean, any collab that is, like, devastating for it to, like, get ruined. But especially if that was, like, the first time you collabed with that person, I would feel so bad. I did have my, like, PC crash one time when doing, like, the stream together. And I was the one hosting the stream together. I don't know if you guys remember that, but I felt really bad about that. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Keep going, I guess. Someone else host it. Holy frick. Is it this tiny room? Or I think it might be, like, the itty bitty room. Hold on. I mean, maybe it just counts. No, this room's warmer. We'll just keep it open, but I think it's this actually the bigger room. But this is a really unfortunate room for it to be the ghost room, actually, because, it's like a really big room to try to check everything. But let's go get us some more supplies. Maybe I'll turn on, like, this overhead light so I'll be lit up a little bit. That's a really big painting of that guy. Yeah, I feel like that one will light up a decent amount of things. No, these two know me. Okay, I'm glad you at least know them. Plus I always keep them update. Okay, that's good. How long was your power out for? Was it like a really long time, like 3+ hours? Or was it just like, you know, maybe like 30 minutes? I swear when it's like a local thing that caused it, there's like so much inconsistency for how long it stays out. Like, for the few times I've had like a local reason that the power went out, like the transformer was hit by like a car, or, you know, like a tree went down, anything like that, I swear there's been times where it was a difference of power was out for 4 minutes, or power was out for like 5 hours. I swear it's like so inconsistent if it's a local problem. But we'll put this here, we'll put this here. We're just going to do a couple of running back and forth to grab some items. It went out at 3:30 p.m. And now it's 9:04 p.m. I don't know how to read. Sorry, so is your power back on? I think you said it was on. I'm not sure, but if it's back on, yeah, that took like 6 hours or 5.5. That sucks. Also, sorry, I keep like really leaning forward to see it. You weren't here earlier when I was saying this, but I'm getting over a sickness, and I think I have like pink eye or something, because this eye is like on fire and super itchy, but like the burny itchy, and so I don't have a contact in it, and I'm fairly blind without contacts, so that's why I don't even care that my hair is pretty much just blocking that eye, because I really can't see out of it anyways. So it just makes it a little harder to read chat, because that's the side that I have my chat on. We do have the talking guy, whatever it's called, spirit box. What? I'm concerned about these sounds. What was that? Maybe it just like wiggled these things about. Sorry. My eye, because I talked about it, decided to throw a fit. So, I'm not sure what that sound was specifically, because this map is so new, but we're just going to assume everything's fine. Let's go. Maybe I want to steal something on my trip. We'll take this, and sure, we'll take this random candle. I like stealing things, especially from dead rich people. I really can't read. 6 hours. Okay, sorry. I feel like extra and hindered today. Hindered? What am I even trying to say? I don't know. Hindrance. Look, I stole a cute candle and a bowl. I'll steal better things. Let's put our candle in our bowl. Come on. There we go. Alright, we can check our camera. Where did we put it? Is this our camera? Oh yeah, we just haven't set up DOTS, but we do have Ghost Orb. I think it could still be a Mimic, because we have Spirit Box, right? Yeah, so the reason why it can still be a Mimic is because several reports have noticed Ghost Orb sightings near Mimics. So ghosts actually, the Mimics have 4 evidences when the rest have 3. So even though it's not showing anymore that it could be a Mimic, it still could be a Mimic. I definitely wanted some DOTS, and I did put in 1 cross. I'll wait on bringing another cross. I don't like that there's like no windows at this section of the house. I know it's like the big like entry walking area, but it just feels kind of weird. Like I feel like you could put a giant window right there. Like it wouldn't look weird from the inside, but it does look weird without windows from the outside. Oh, was this plant knocked over before? I feel like it wasn't. This ghost is just trashing man's own house. Doesn't the ghost live here? Wouldn't he want it to like look pretty? I don't know. I feel like it's a little weird to trash your own place, my guy. Although I guess it's better than trashing somewhere else. We're gonna close this door for now, just so we can better check if the ghost touches it. Yeah, that's good enough. Let me make sure he's still in here. Yeah, it's a little warmer. I'll check this room. Oh my gosh. He's such a troll. He moved. Alright, let me move everything 10 inches. We can do that. I guess I'll stick this like in the corner. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Alright, we definitely want to move the cross. Out of all the objects, you want the cross in here. I'm kind of glad that it's in a different room than the mannequin. In like IRL, I don't have problems with mannequins, but in games, I don't trust mannequins in the slightest. Do you know? Dude, an airplane just went by my house, a helicopter, whatever, and I thought it was something spooky at the game. Anyways, mannequins in games are so scary. People like to have them move. I played several games where you had to do like weeping angel type stuff with mannequins, and I'm not for it. I don't trust them. I will never trust them in a game. They're spooky ooky, don't like it. I want to steal some stuff before we go though. Maybe I'll take a book, and what looks expensive? This conch shell. Yeah. Those look expensive. I felt so bad. So, I mentioned before that I went on that writer's retreat, but I got horrendous sleep. Because there wasn't enough bed, so I was sleeping on the couch. Just got, like, terrible sleep the entire time. And, the last day when everyone's leaving, I felt so bad because I was just like ornery from a lack of sleep, and I was trying so hard not to be ornery, but you know when you're just like so tired that like every little thing annoys you? That's how it was, and I was trying so hard to be like, no, that's cool. We loving it. Ooh. Alright, I like the sassy walk. Yes, runway style, love it. We know what ghost it is. It's a Yaokai. Let me just double check. Yeah, it's a Yaokai. Yaokais don't really like me. They don't like it when you're chatting. But anyways, I was trying so hard to, like, not seem annoyed, because it really wasn't their fault. It was just, like, when you're really tired, everything annoys you. And I was trying so hard to just be like, yeah, stop talking to me so you don't hate me after this. English broken. I know, my English is so broken. English is the only language I know, and I still don't know it all that well. Yeah, that's understandable. I feel so bad at, like, cases like that, because I'm like, I know it ain't your fault, but you do be annoying me. And I don't know if you guys are the same way. This might be, like, a more social anxiety thing, but, I always feel like you have to be, like, super, super nice to people, otherwise they won't like you, and, like, it doesn't matter how long you've known them. You could know them your entire life, but then, like, if you are upset or ornery or just in a bad mood or whatever, then you feel like you can't talk to them, because then they'll not see you being happy-peppy, and then they might, like, stop liking you now that you're not happy-peppy. I don't know, it could just be, like, a social anxiety thing, and so the whole time, like, anytime they tried to talk to me, I'm like, I know we're friends, and I know we're here to chat and be friendly, but I'm gonna go away, and I'm gonna stop talking to you, because I don't want you to not like me anymore, because I'm ornery. Is that just a me thing? I could be crazy. There is that. I'm gonna do a quick little run around and see if I can find the cursed object and the bone, since now we know what the ghost is, so I'm gonna kind of, like, avoid the ghost area. Oh, frick! I'm sorry, I have bad spider fear. I know there's a spider in this map. I know he's not real, but he still freaks me out. I hate spiders. Spiders are like my IRL phobia. We're gonna ignore that. Okay, I'm sorry. If you guys also have spider fear, I'm sorry. I'm just looking for a cursed object, and my eye is running. I haven't played this map well enough to know where each of the cursed objects are located, because this is their newest version of the map. Like, these tarot cards aren't even real tarot cards for you to take pictures of. I do love the Satan room. I think it's cute. I love, like, the, like, Satan posters. Edgefield, I'm sure that's cool. I do like the weird purple bed. But I just don't like the spider thing. I know it broke out, and who knows how long it's had access to being in here, so I understand that's why there's all the cobwebs. Still nasty, though. Alright, we found the bone. Alright, I want to leave this area. It's so gross. I don't even care. We're not going to look up there anymore. And we're going to trap the spider in here. I know it actually can't go farther on the map, but I still don't like it. It's still nasty. Luckily, wait. That's, like, whenever I get tired, I just get really annoyed or grumpy. Luckily I don't. Well, I'm glad you don't. It's annoying. But, yeah, I feel you. I usually do really well in most scenarios for still staying happy peppy. I feel like I'm a fairly optimistic person. But yeah, being tired or sick just, like, brings out, like, my mean side for whatever reason. Like, I just get fed up really easily when I'm tired or sick. Probably especially when I'm sick. I'm probably really ornery when I'm sick, honestly. If you guys ever watched Jane the Virgin, Jane gets sick in an episode, and she goes from being, like, a super nice person to being, like, the biggest jerk you've ever met and yelling at people. And I'm like, I feel like this is a dramatized version of me. I feel like, even though, you know, like, you try not to be, I feel like that's totally me. I'm just, like, not nice when I'm sick. Oh yeah, I forgot we found the cursed object. I just yabber so much, it's so hard to find what I've already done. And I did steal something, right? Yeah, I stole this cuneiform. I'm sure it's worth something. It's a rich house. They have display cases in their house. I'm sure I can pawn it, get some money. I think... Let's see. Repel it with incense while it's chasing someone? No thanks. So we know what type of ghost it is. So let's just see about our photos. We could do some salt. Since this is our last map, let's go ahead and just do some salt, get some bonus money, some bonus photos. Being amazing. We'll even take a bonus one of these since we already know what the ghost is to keep us a little bit safer. We'll put some more salt down. We'll grab a lighter. I don't have an extra hand. Actually, you know what? Let's just leave my flashlight behind. And then we'll have an extra hand. I'll take this just in case. But, who needs a flashlight? It's a big house. I'll turn on some lights. I'm sure it'll be totally fine that I made a choice not to have a flashlight. Okay. I hate that light. And I hate that they chose to animate bugs around that light. I think part of the reason that I have such bug phobia is because, what the frick? I didn't have a flashlight, and I couldn't see nothing, and it's dark. Ah, frick. Hold on. Alright, that was mean. I don't even know where my items went. Here's one. Huh. What was I even talking about? I think I was talking about bugs. Frick!
person died.
I don't really care a person died. I care the person is annoying me. Is there a light for this room? Yeah, I was talking about why I have a bug phobia. I think it's because, I learned that... Alright. Bugs tend to want to bite people more, the more, like, sweeter your blood is. And I personally, eat a lot of candy. I'm a big candy person. I'm a big soda person. That's me. I will never be a super, super skinny girl because I refuse to give up soda. My point being, I am like the go-to snack for all bugs. So, like, I'll be at like an event outside with like 20 other people and there's bugs around, right? I will come home and I will be the sole person that was bitten. I will have like 10 bites. Everyone else will be like, what do you mean? The bugs weren't even aggressive. I didn't get bit. And I'm like, of course you didn't get bit because I was there. I can rant. It's fine. Okay, I know this salt was new. It's hard to tell which of these salts is one I already got. That one didn't count for Jack. Hey, don't mess with my light, my guy. I didn't bring a flashlight, so you can't be messing with my lights. Oh, he did step in that salt. Alright, cool. Do I have a ghost photo? I don't. Alright, that's it. You gotta give me a That's disturbed salt, really. You gotta give me a better ghost photo than that, because I couldn't get that photo in time, my guy. Let's try that again. Go ahead. I need the ghost photo, then I'll leave. I'm getting a little anxious because I did shut the door on myself. But I will leave as soon as you give me a photo. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5, 1.25. Come on, 1. Man, you're so mean. All I wanted was a photo. I'll take one of your creepy mannequin instead. Alright. Can I steal this vase? I can steal the vase, guys. Alright, I'm gonna take his whole freaking vase with the flowers in it then, because he wouldn't give me the last photo I wanted. Okay. We're fine. We're fine. At least I got my vase. See, it has flowers in it even. I wish I could just, like, place it. No! Come on. So close. Come on. Yeah! Look at it. Beautiful. Look at all the things I stole. I'm gonna say that gave me an extra 500, even if the game doesn't give me the 500 for it. And we got the beautiful mannequin photo. Alright, I'm guessing I made 1,300. Let's see. 1,300, please. I want to be accurate. I didn't die a single game this time. Not saying I'm amazing, but I am. I wouldn't be mad if you said it. Let's go ahead. Okay, if I am within 100, I want 1,300.
I've got some jobs ready for you.
I did only get one of the objectives, though, because the ghost never hunted me. Oh my gosh, I got way more than 1,300. I got almost 1,600. That's great. I forgot that since it's a bigger map, you get a little extra money for, you know, not dying. And all the extra steps you got in. Sometimes I feel like they just paid you for the extra steps because you had to take so much longer of a walk to go put things down. But yay on us, there were only 2 events. My sanity was great because I'm amazing. There was 1 room change when he moved to that itty-bitty room to troll me. But yeah, we did fantastic and we never died. We're gonna go ahead and get off now so I can go get ready for my night shift. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful night. If you're watching this from YouTube world, we're gonna have a normal stream next time on, you guys will see it Saturday, but on Wednesday for us on Twitch we'll either be Dead by Daylight or Demonologist. And then on Saturday at 2 p.m. MST is when we're going to be doing the first episode of Life is Strange, episode 1. I did hear that the episodes are on average about 3 hours long. I'm hoping we can do a little bit shorter than that because I don't really stream that long. But anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I think it's Monday. Have a wonderful Monday night. Kyle says have a good night. Thank you, you too. We're going to, if I can find it, end stream in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.